Hi everyone, and welcome to your weekly Pick a Card Tarot readings for the week of June 15th. If we haven't met, my name is Sydney, I'm the tarot guy next door, and I use my cult knowledge and intuition to help guide you towards the life you want. If you have a question you want to ask the cards, you'll find information on how to get a private reading below. And if you want to learn how to read the cards, you'll find information in my beginner's course below. I'll be doing 5-card open readings, and here are the decks that I have for you. We have the Dark Mansion Tarot with Chakra Crystals, the Tarot of the Divine with Soda Light, and the Tao de Marseille with Rose Quartz. We also have 4 different Oracle cards to choose from 4 different decks. So go ahead and pick which tarot deck and which Oracle card resonate with you the most. It's totally fine if you're drawn to more than one. And as always, you can pause this video if you need more time. As also collective readings, take what resonates with you and leave aside what doesn't. If you want to jump straight to your reading, you'll find timestamps below. And with that, let's go right to the readings. Alright, Group 1, let's see what we have for you for this week. Oops. Okay, Queen of Wands, nice. This is the 5 of Cups, okay. Page of Coins, this is the 5 of Wands, of course. And the Hermit in the middle, love it. With the Queen of Coins at the bottom of the deck underpinning the message. So, I'll just do that for you. Yeah, of course it's good for you. All right, I'll see you right now. Group 1, I'm going to read the Queen of Wands and the Page of Coins as if they're 2 different people. I'm not sure what the Hermit represents. I'm reading the Hermit more as a metaphor here. But I can't help but notice, first of all, the entire reading is upright, so we have that going for us. But we have 2 5s here. And like the 5s in general, we're not really happy to see them. There's no 5 in the pips of the tarot that will make the person being read for light up when they see that card, right? And that's doubly so for the 5 of Cups here. But I think that the chaos and disappointment that are hinted at by these cards, and also the fact that these are the only cards in the mix that aren't like that don't have a mono figure on them. I can't say court cards because courts and major arcana are different things, but you get what I mean. And I have the feeling that whatever this situation is, it's almost as if the Queen of Wands tried something that didn't work out the way she was hoping, or that she watched the page do it in a way that the page didn't, that the page didn't really like the result, right? And I think that I think the Hermit is here to offer lessons to the page to promote him into the Queen. I think that is kind of the crux of all of this. I think that whatever this week has in store for you, whatever the tumult and disappointment, however that shows up, I think that there are lessons there that can help you get to the next level. I know that it's kind of a generic thing to say, but given the cards here, it's like the most straightforward way to read all of these. And I think that this is going to be a really good week for the Page of Coins, even though it might not look like it. And I think that the Queen of Wands' role here is to help guide the page, because Earth might not be your element, but you are a queen, so you do have an idea of what that responsibility in the court is. So there is something that you can kind of help navigate the page so that he can get the lessons from the 5 of Wands and avoid the disappointments from the 5 of Cups here. And yeah, with the help of the Hermit to become that queen. If you liked your reading, please give this video a like, and you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump ahead to your Oracle card reading. I'll see you there. Group 2, let's see what we have for you for this week. So this is the Sun reversed. This is the Knight of Cups reversed. The Hierophant. Whoops, this is the Devil, okay. And the middle is the Five of Wands reversed, okay. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Coins, okay. So let's just set up the actual shot here. Should be something like that. Yeah, exactly. Beautiful. I'll see you right now. Group 2, I think this is looking like a good week for you, but a lot of it hinges on how the Sun reversed and the Devil here show up for you this week, because I think that the temptation represented by the Devil here is the Sun reversed. Oh, and also definitely the Knight of Cups reversed. Basically, I was immediately taken aback by how we have a reversed vertical axis here, and flanked by two upright cards here. So it's kind of like there's whatever the chaotic situation in the middle here, the Five of Wands here, it's kind of looking like a situation where you can do it the fun way or you can do it the right way. I think that the temptation, like the most straightforward way to read the Devil, Knight of Cups, Sun trio here is how the temptation is to do it the fun way or to insert joy in your work. And that sounds like a really counterintuitive thing to do. But fortunately for you, I happen to be... I use humor as a distraction mechanism very often. It's very useful when you're making videos for YouTube, where you can make a mistake and find a way to turn that mistake into a joke to distract the viewer and to keep them entertained while you're screwing up. But there's downsides to that as well. It gets in the way of actually dealing with a situation, as most diversions do. And yeah, the reason that I'm going into myself is that, like, sometimes making jokes and having fun are ways to avoid something. Sometimes there are reasons to whistle while you work and to keep morale high. But sometimes when the shit hits the fan and we have to go, then it's time to apply the lessons the tried and true way. I use this one a lot again. This is the time to jab, 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 hook instead of to try the flying crescent kick that you enjoy so much. And I'm sure you can land the flying crescent kick, but this isn't a situation for a flying crescent kick. A flying crescent kick is for when you have both of your feet set under you, you have a level battlefield, you know exactly where your opponent is in range, and is doing the thing that people who get hit by flying crescent kicks do when they get hit by it. But that's not the situation now. You have the low ground, and your opponent there's an obstacle between you and your opponent or whatever. It's really tempting to jump over that obstacle and while you're in the air, do the rest of the flying crescent kick move. But this is a time to just patiently walk around the obstacle so you can jab, jab, hook, jab, jab, cross the opponent in the conventional way instead of trying to flying crescent kick over the obstacle and land on your head. If you hated this reading, please give this video a thumbs down, and you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump ahead to your Oracle card reading. I'll see you there. Group 3, let's see what we have for you for this week. Okay. Okay, that's the Four of Cups. Yeah, that's a good shot for you. And with that, I'll see you right now. Group 3, I wouldn't push myself too hard this week. I would manage my expectations for myself this week. I think that Trump number 13 here is a warning. It's very difficult for me to come up with like one cohesive thing, given these cards and the fact that this is a collective reading. However, the wreath surrounding the world chick here also combined with the Ace of Cups being in the middle of this. I read the Ace of Cups in Marseille differently than I do in, what's its name? Golden Dawn type, Rider-Waite Smith type. The Ace of Cups in Marseille, it's more, the vibe is much more akin to the comfortable sofa in your living room, or the favorite thing that you like to relax in, maybe your favorite bath bomb or whatever, that kind of thing. The place where you kind of just relax into. And as a matter of fact, when I paused the video to start staring at these cards, I felt like a, like I was, like I had a lot to digest, so to speak. And given the fact that all the pips in this reading are cups here, the most straightforward way to read all of this, it's like your emotions are being pulled in all sorts of different directions, and you're being invited to not soldier through it. I think that, that Trump number 13 is working away from the Ace of Cups here. Is part of how I'm reading this card more as a warning. And yeah, the Queen of Wands here at the bottom of the cross, she doesn't look entirely energetic. Like, I get it, the Marseille, the figures or characters depicted in the Marseille, they kind of look a certain way, but this isn't exactly a face that I associate with like dynamic vigor, and she looks like mommy need a drink. That's what the Queen of Wands looks like, and it looks like there are plenty of drinks to go around for mommy with all these cups in the reading here. But yeah, I'm really taking this as an invitation to protect yourself from the things that would drain you emotionally. I think that's the most straightforward way to synergize all these cards into one reading. I don't think that this is an Abraham Hicks thing in Ask and It Is Given. The putting a smiley face sticker on it. It's the metaphor, to flesh it out a little in that book. They were using driving a car, and you're low on fuel, and the little F, the needle is close to the F, and instead of pulling into a gas station, you just put a smiley face sticker on the gas gauge. This is not the week to put a smiley face on it. This is a week to actually pull into the gas station, or at least protect yourself from not running too long when the gas pump indicator lights up in your dashboard. So yeah, keep that in mind. If you hated this reading, please give this video a thumbs down, and you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump ahead a couple seconds. All right, let's see what we have here. I think I will eventually get the where I like these cards, but this will do. All right, Group A, your Egyptian god is happy with a message of renewal. This is a bit on the nose for one reading in particular, but I will take, it is so on the nose for one group, I need a breather to apply it to the other groups. Give me a second. All right, I will say that renewal can take many forms, and I'm also drawn to this formation. I don't know what these, they look like plants of some kind, and they're either protecting happy or emanating things out, and I think that this is a, it's basically a nod to take care of yourself this week, meditation practice and all of that. And try to avoid the booze and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, Group B, your card is the Peacock Spirit. Let it shine. Very interesting. Because the tarot portion wasn't exactly easy, and to the point that when I first saw Let It Shine, the first phrase that came to mind is "what you can't fix, you feature." That might actually come into play for some of you, but the whole, because yeah, the stumbling over yourself and falling over in public and then getting up and taking a bow and going, ta-da, that does have some peacock spirit in it. But yeah, I think that this is the time to just, in life you have to care, but not that much. And that's how you can let your authentic self shine through. Group C, your card is the gibbous moon. You're very close to achieving your goal. That might be a blessing in disguise for some of you because, you know, in math, oh boy, I'm gonna drive some of you crazy. In math, there's a thing called an asymptote, and it's basically a line on a graph, and the function, it's always getting closer to the line, but it never touches the line. That's what an asymptote is. I don't know how to say that in English. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. But yeah, you're closer and closer and closer, but never touching it. That it might feel asymptotic to some of you. That's why I was saying that. Just because you can't tell, just because it feels like you're as close to the line as you were like 10 weeks ago or whatever, it doesn't mean that you're not actually closer to the line. So try to keep that in mind for some of you. Group D, your card is first quarter moon in Sagittarius. Believe in your good luck. Listen, I'm gonna read this in the straightforward way. This is just an invitation to let go and let God. Wait, if the first quarter moon is in Sag, that means the sun is in Virgo. Yeah, listen, try to not be a buzzkill about the things that go right. Try to just take the wins that you can get and to try to, yeah, it's a conflict between the optimism of Sagittarius and the anal retentiveness of Virgo. Very interesting. But yeah, take the wins, okay? Just because you didn't do it perfect doesn't mean you didn't do it. And there's credit to that as well. And to just, yeah, believe that it can go right. And that'll increase the odds that it will. And that's a good note to end everything on. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please give this video a like. I hope you have a great week. Take care. I'll see you soon.